Ari Aster is back with a new kind of nightmare, and it is a lot to take in. It may sound like I'm exaggerating, but I really mean it when I say that you guys are not ready for the anxiety-filled, insane odyssey that is Beau is Afraid. If you don't find yourself wondering what in the world are you even watching and whether or not anyone has checked on Ari Aster lately, at least a few times during this film, I'm actually concerned about you because nothing about this is okay. Now, I'm a big fan of Ari Aster. He's probably my favorite horror director working today, and a big part of it is that his movies always feel grounded in intense drama that feels personal, but also when it comes to the horror elements, he constantly finds new ways to get under my skin. Beau is Afraid is no exception. It simultaneously carries a lot of his trademarks and feels distinctly different from his previous films. The story is about a man who embarks on a journey to visit his mother amidst the chaos of the world around him, which doesn't sound like that wild of a premise, but in the hands of our writer-director, it is. The best way I can describe it is Charlie Kaufman meets the anxiety levels of Uncut Gems with a bit of Kafka in the mix. It's also the funniest film Ari Aster has made so far, though the comedy is pitch black, so you have to be into very dark humor to truly enjoy it. It captures the absurdity of everyday life from a paranoid perspective, dealing with anything from awkward interactions to weird situations where everything is going horribly wrong. Here's an example. I don't think anyone has managed to capture the nightmare of living in a busy apartment building with this much horror and humor as effectively as Ari Aster. And compared to the rest of the movie, it's pretty much just the warm-up. What's interesting is that Beau is Afraid isn't really a scary film in the traditional sense. It's not Hereditary kind of scary, and it's not even Midsommar kind of scary. Both are movies that I've discussed on my channel. Check those videos out after this one if you haven't yet. But the consistent level of discomfort that I've experienced throughout this entire film is something that I cannot compare to any other movie. And yet it's really funny, though you almost feel bad for laughing, but you can't really help it. How does Ari Aster do this? Now, we need to talk about Joaquin Phoenix and his performance as Beau, but before I get into it, I want to shout out the amazing sponsor of today's video, AG1, because they have been helping me so much with my daily performance in life. This nutritional drink is packed with 75 high-quality ingredients that will take care of the gaps in your daily diet, not only providing you with diverse nutrients, but also supporting your digestion so that your body can actually absorb all of that nutritional goodness. I have been drinking AG1 daily for over a month now, and I noticed a difference pretty much right away. I'm someone who gets a pretty bad afternoon slump. I lose my focus and my motivation, and I just need a nap. But as soon as I started drinking AG1, this issue was fixed. I feel so much more energetic and focused throughout the entire day. It's great. And it was so quick and easy to make it a part of my daily routine. Just one scoop dissolved in a glass of water and you are done. It tastes refreshing and you're immediately supporting your immune system, increasing your energy, your focus, and giving your body the fuel to keep going no matter how busy your schedule is. Plus, AG1 is lifestyle friendly, so you can drink it whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free. And get this, right now, if you follow my link, you will get a 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D3K2 and 5 travel packs free with your first purchase, which is an amazing deal. So click the link in the description below and take your nutrition to the next level. And thank you so much to AG1 for sponsoring this video. Now back to Beau, who could probably use this too because he clearly isn't taking very good care of himself. Beau is a very awkward and paranoid man, and Joaquin Phoenix has so much sincerity and helplessness in his performance, you just feel bad for him the entire time. His relationship with his mother is clearly strained and complicated. There's a lot of guilt involved, a lot of fear to disappoint, and all of this seems to have kept Bo from living his life. Aster describes him as someone who hasn't been able to resolve or even understand a lot of what's going on inside him. He's crippled by anxiety, trapped in himself, and is basically suspended in an adolescent-like state. And if you've ever seen Joaquin Phoenix in a movie before, you know how much he commits to the emotional state of his characters. He has done a lot of amazing work throughout his career, but this performance truly stands out as one of his best, if not the best. It's the kind of performance that makes you not want to be an actor because you could never possibly be this good or be able to put yourself through this much distress for a role. And while the entire supporting cast delivers, I want to give a special mention to Patti LuPone, who is a force of intimidating motherhood and actually manages to steal the spotlight from Phoenix for a bit when she shows up on the screen. What makes Beau is Afraid so effective is the way Ari Aster plays with your basic everyday fears and anxieties, and the way he amplifies those ideas. He takes something simple like leaving the door unlocked and dials the consequences way up. He gets into things like the awkwardness of being misunderstood or not being able to ask for help, and takes it to a place where everything is going wrong in the worst way. He truly puts you right in the middle of what feels like a living nightmare. Imagine considering 10 ways a situation could go wrong and then getting hit with an 11th one. That's what it's like to be in Beau's shoes, and that's what it's like to experience this film. And to get you extra immersed, the exceptional sound design is there for the complete experience of this chaos. I fully expect the reactions to Beau is Afraid to be all over the map, and for this to be his most divisive film yet. Ari Aster has been a divisive director, and his cinema score track record is not amazing as is. D+ for Hereditary, C+ for Midsommar, but I have a feeling this one is going to earn him his lowest score yet. It's 3 hours long, and you do feel that runtime. It's absolutely not for everyone. There's a lot of symbolism, and some of the scenes and imagery are pretty out there as far as the weirdness factor goes. It is the funniest film he's ever made, but also the most uncomfortable one. I personally was highly uncomfortable for the entire 3 hours, and I don't think I would want to experience that again. But that means it was highly effective. I can easily see some people hailing this to be Aster's masterpiece, and others to not even make it to the end, but this kind of divisiveness is something that sells me on a film rather than discourages me from seeing it, because I have a lot of respect for bold choices, strong experiences, and the director's commitment to his vision. Beau is Afraid truly is best described as an odyssey of a paranoid man. It's a 3-hour-long epic journey filled with dark humor, stress, and anxiety that starts off with pretty grounded problems that quickly get out of hand and gradually crosses over into surrealism and absurdism. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong in this one, and poor Beau is just trying to get to his mother's house. Ari Aster's trademarks are all there. A complicated relationship, an unraveling protagonist, a unique blend of horror and humor, and of course, head trauma. It's bold, it's unhinged, and while it may not be as rewatchable as his other two films, it is certainly unforgettable.